Okay, guys. So, propensity score analysis is a very important topic that most of the researchers often overlook. But this topic is a very game changer. It gives more, like strength to whatever point that you are trying to say. Because there is one particular aspect in hypothesis testing where people mostly overlook. So, for instance, let's say in hypothesis testing, what we do, let's take a use case. Let's consider there is a laboratory and we have a drug and we want to evaluate how well this drug works. Okay, in this laboratory we have bunch of mice and some kind of random species, and I want to test my drug whether it works or not. So for that, so generally if we think in general, what we do, like we take one rat, and in the other group I take another rat, and I'll try to give this one particular rat this specific drug and the other one without drug, and in the end I'll try to see how well the drug worked, right? I'll try to compare both of them and evaluate my drug. So this is the most basic thinking of all the researchers, but people often overlook each specimen, or I mean like each rat has different characteristics, and the other species we got to make sure that we are comparing similar similar things. So it will be very funny if we like compare a rat with a cat, right? So both of them have different immune system, different DNA and stuff. In the similar way, I just gave you some exaggerated example, but even when you are comparing human beings, we gotta make sure few things, like whether they have the same income level, or like do they belong to same sex, like male to male, or some stuff like this. So let me give you a small example. So let's say I have this population, I have two rats and one cat. Okay, two rats. So let's assume that the researcher just comes here and tries to pick the sample randomly. For what happens if I compare this rat with this sample, which is cat, right? Which would be really unfair. So we got to make sure that I compare rat to rat so that the results will be more uh, authenticative, right? So for that, this technique, propensity score analysis, comes into picture. What it does is, let's consider the same example. It tries to, oh, like based on few demographics or like few factors. So first of all, we fix on factors like size, let's say size of the species, and color of the species, and yeah, let's stick to this. Okay, it will try to create a score based on these factors beforehand. For instance, let's say it gives score 3, 3.5, and this one is like around rat is 6. So after calculating all the scores, it will just try to try to, like instead of randomly selecting these samples, it will try to find a sample which are relevant. I mean like 3 and 3.5 are really close, right? So in this way it will try to handle sampling bias, which is like very often overlooked. But if we take a step back and do this kind of analysis and make sure our data is like strong, because like it's all about how well is our data, and putting more strength to our research statement that we are saying. So this this is done by, these scores are nothing but these are called propensity scores, uh, which is nothing but it's a this score is calculated using logistic regression. So I'll just leave you guys with an the formula of the score. Propensity score is nothing but probability of getting treatment based on certain factors. So I'll leave you guys with this idea and you can put more research onto this. So based on these factors, I mean like these factors like size and color, how does this species belong to this particular treatment? So that's what that probability says. So this is an like overview of what is propensity score analysis, which is very vital. I would say definitely look into it. If you guys like it, please like it. Thank you.